Representative Paul Lee is Alabama's new House Majority Leader. Lee is a Houston County native and former Dothan Commissioner who won election in the House in 2010 during the Republican takeover. He served the past few years as Health Committee Chairman. He takes over from Representative Scott, who wants to become Alabama Republican Party Chairman.